3 worms in a row. Thank you so much, Quatropus. I really appreciate that. Alrighty, also... there we go. I need to open up my clip for the other boss fight real quick, so otherwise I will forget that I defeated that thing and I need to link it. Oh, also before I forget, speaking of forgetting, don't equip the bone mail. That is kind of unhealthy for us. Even equipping nothing is probably better, since Almagest is one of the things that just kind of kills me. Is that just me, or do you hear something in the background? I think that's just me. So yeah, greetings to you, Gropply. How are you doing? Welcome back to you, Dragon Hug. Tiny Butts. Or Barts. Oh, also I should probably continue the timer. Sorry about that. Alrighty. Order of operation. We big guard. Then I try to hit a dark shock. Afterwards we level 2 ult him. And we can just kind of try level 5 Doom for fun. Kind of unlikely to work out. So, alrighty, for anyone who does not know how this guy works, the basic idea is essentially that he likes spamming spells and abilities, but especially after you put him past a certain point, he will actually continue using more and more of different abilities, especially once he is below 10,000 HP in health. Alrighty, we didn't hit that, that's okay. I'm now going to go ahead and give him an ether. And what I intend to do is just kind of relieve him of all of his magic points. Magic Hammer halves the enemy's MP by half. Well, he halves it by half. Well, it reduces it by half. So he just lost 5,000 MP, now he will lose 2,500, well, if I hit that is. And if he does not have enough MP, he will just straight up not be able to cast any dangerous spells, and then I can safely defeat him in his first phase. It shouldn't take too long to hit Magic Hammer repeatedly. Yeah, it halves it by half, something like that. Also, kind of like before, because I am minute, I have twice as much evasion. I still can get hit, because I'm using only the Aegis shield, which does not have as much evasion as the Genji shield, at least for physical attacks. But the Aegis shield prevents me from getting petrified, which as a consequence completely blocks White Hole. White Hole is a spell that kills a character and petrifies them at the same time, so in order to regain a character in this battle, you would need to revive them and then also use a magic needle on them, or a soft, whatever it's called in your version. And then they would be able to do stuff again. So, Magic Hammer, 25 MP left, and he basically can't do anything anymore. Actually, I think he might be able to cast one spell. Maybe. Oh well, it's alright. So, I also equipped the Guardian Dagger for additional physical evasion, so to speak. Now we... where is it? Go ahead. Do we equip the Genji shield already? A White Hole also costs magic. No, not the Wonder thing. The Wizard's Rod, that's what I want. Wizard's Rod increases my magic power of all elements except for, I think, Holy? By 50%, but I don't have any holy spells. My only damaging spell is Wind Element, which does get increased in power. So I just use that in order to defeat him. Not the fastest, but is reasonably good. And hey, welcome back, Mr. Moogle. Yeah, you did not miss much, that is accurate. I don't know whether he can still cast White Hole. It might still be within his reason. The thing is, yeah, actually, oh, not enough MP already. In this case, no, I stay on this. Never mind. I just heal up. So high potions will just heal me up fine. I was thinking maybe just switching to the Genji shield, but I will want to be on the Aegis shield by the time I reach the next phase. That's the idea. Arrow 3. Alright, yeah, let's continue looking at the information about Neo XDF Phase 2. So, the part who costs... Oh, I think the physical portion is actually the one with 81 levels, which means I should be able to hit it. Also, Flare just completely missed because he does not have magic. Aha. So, other than that, part 2, Almage's part is level 67. I don't think we have a good way of dealing with that thing, other than halving its level and then level 2 ulting it, I guess. This part here. Fight specialty, nothing. Fight specialty, fight specialty this ball. Yeah, alrighty, the physical portion is the one that has level 81. Which one is the one with Grand Cross? Part number 4 is the magical portion, which I can immediately level... which I can split in half 3 times. Also, I probably should have replenished my magic points before we hit the next phase. Ow, not nice. That's okay though. So I will want to replenish all my magic points before we hit the next phase, and I'll just use a few turns to use ethers. Because afterwards I will probably want to use elixirs. Although actually, never mind, we have plenty of elixirs. We will not need that many. That makes this a bit quicker. Too bad it doesn't halve in my hole. Does halving level round down or round up after halving? Everything rounds down in the rounding process. I guess it's kind of the question what rounds down. What is rounded down is the level that he has in the end. Yes, it always rounds down in all equations. As I said, it's just kind of sometimes the question, what is it rounding down? Is it rounding down how much you reduce it by, or is it rounding down how much it ends up with? Because those are basically just 2 different things. But yes, it always rounds down. Exactly, what Grobler said is exactly accurate. So, alrighty. I actually think we can get rid of the portion in the front way easier than we can get rid of the portion in the back by just halving it once. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm actually going to do this slightly different now. I am going to go ahead and use level 2 ult. Yes, I'm going to use level 2 ult, which hits the back portion, and it's going to be significantly slower afterwards. It doesn't affect anything aside from its speed, unfortunately. I mean, I could technically try to do other things. Either way, other than that, I'm going to Dark Shock this portion here. This is the physical portion that tries to, well, harass me with spells. It has a 76% magic evasion, which means even after I pass the level check, I still only have a percentage chance to hit it with Dark Shock. But once I hit it, I can just level 5 Doom and it is completely dead afterwards. Oh, that's... Whoa! You are a real big meanie there. He literally dispelled me just before armor-gasting. That is really not good. Okay, order of operation. We briefly equip the... No, we can't do that because the back portion still can cast spells at us. I'm not okay with this. Yeah, he can hit me there. Big guard. That way we get shell and the other stuff back. Fire is blocked, good job. Grand cross. Let's see and hope that we don't get hit by anything bad. And we are a froggy. Not the worst, but it costs us one turn to recover from this. Where is my... Oh, speaking of which, let me also equip the... garden knife again. That way I'll have an additional chance to block. Means, there we go. Aha, the dagger was already useful. So, continue trying to use Dark Shock here on the front portion. I think I have about a 10-15% chance to hit it here. But if I hit it, he is just out of physical attacks for a while. Holy. Alright. Not too bad, but a physical attack would kill me here. I need to heal. Not to mention that Almagest would start dealing damage again, especially if he decides to once again just dispel it. The thing is, the physical portion in here in the front actually uses this spell. Oh, come on, please hit that. So Almagest is about to hit. I still try to Dark Shock this portion here. Delta attack. That's okay. Delta attack normally also petrifies, but because we have the Aegis Shield equipped... it does not actually petrify us, just use a little bit of damage. This spell? Oh, not again. We first off reintroduce Big Guard here. And then we heal up. Good thing I Big Guarded first, because otherwise I would need to use 2 elixirs. Alrighty, and then we try to Dark Shock the forearm portion again. Ow. Vacuum wave. Here. Oh, wrong spell! You're a big meanie. Might win this better. Just heals me to full for basically free. I actually kind of forgot that I had White Wind. Oopsie. Vacuum wave, stop hitting that. I have so much evasion, come on. Dark Shock. Fire 3. Once we hit the front portion with Dark Shock, it is going to be significantly easier to deal with the rest. Probably. And I also will need to heal up. I think it doesn't matter whether I heal up before or after. Oh well, now it matters, I guess. Because if it dispels again, I would be dead. Let's just heal up with White Wind. Getting pretty unlucky with those Dark Shocks. I actually think this is kind of still around the average on how much or how likely it is for me to hit Dark Shock, to be honest. So the thing just used Holy earlier. Maybe it would be easier if I just straight up tried to kill the front portion. Although that is... I'm not sure. Grand Cross again. Maybe I should get rid of the Grand Cross first, because the pure damage output from the other 3 portions, I can deal with that for an extended period of time. But the Grand Cross can just straight up kill me. Potentially anyways. Since the portion can zombie me, mini me, bunch of bad things. White wind. Dark shock, please. I don't think it would matter too much whether I min it or not. I think the Grand Cross portion I need to Dark Shock twice in order to destroy it. So, Dispel, don't vacuum wave me now, thank you. Because that would almost be all my life. Alrighty. It's shaking again, Almagus is coming soon. Oh boy. That's not good news. Well, at least he dispelled twice before I could do anything once. So we were fine. Fire 3 blocked. Nice, good block. Almagast. Not get blocked, but that's okay still. White wind. Heals back up to a reasonable amount. Plenty of HP. Next up I will soon use an elixir just to replenish my magic anyways. Oh, try this again. Come on, get hit please. Magic evasion is really high off that thing. All 3. Alrighty. I'm going to try 3 more Dark Shocks here, then I'm going to change strategies. It is kind of unlikely to hit it. Never mind, I'm changing strategies now, I guess. And... well, Gardolf has pretty much the same chance to hit there anyways. Keep that. At least for one more turn. In this case, I think I'm going for the Grand Cross portion first. I need to Dark Shock the Grand Cross portion twice. Oh wow, nice. First time hit. Once I Dark Shock it once, my chance to hit it increases by 40%, and that 40% is still reduced by however much. We have left. I was even thinking about that. Alrighty, that was the weak status effect, and we got, well, weakened. I was actually literally thinking, if he uses that now, Almagus introduced the slip status, which meant that we would get hit 100% of the time. Oh well, that's alright. Not to use the bone mill, safe. I don't forget that next time. Right, that can happen. Grand Cross can introduce, I think, about 3 status effects that basically mean instant death, and 2 on the circumstances mean instant death. So 1 is just death. Kind of blunt, I guess. Pretty straightforward. 1 is just death that introduces instant death. The other one is zombie status. That can also instantly result in death. And the third one is basically the doom clock, like the number above my head. Those are all just pretty much death to me anyways. And the thing is, I guess technically speaking, the doom clock could be not instant death if I had them low enough and could kill them in time. But for our purposes, for the most part, it's just we are dead. And then there are 2 more that may not be instant death, but could be. One was that one just now, where we are weak. A critical HP, which means under 10 HP. If we have the slip status on us from Almagest or Vacuum Wave, we are basically dead. Unless... we manage to get our menu just in time before that slip status actually kills us, which is kind of unlikely. But it needs to have the slip status on us beforehand, or maybe even after, I guess. It could also be that Grand Cross hits us first and then random attack after. Many possibilities on how we could die. Then afterwards, the last one that is may or may not be a death is Berserk. Berserk can be dispelled by Neo X Death, but it's kind of a thing that, well, it just might also die during it, because we can't do anything while Berserked. So those are the things. Oh, discount killer is now hosting. Hey, thank you, I appreciate that. Isn't Dark Shock 33% chance to hit, so it seems like you've been really unlucky as well. Dark Shock has an inherent 66% chance to hit. However, that is reduced by the enemy level being higher than mine, about 40. Which means the chance to hit is at that point about 26. And then it gets further reduced by a magic evasion the individual parts have. For example, the physical portion in the front has a magic evasion of about... I think it was 46. Oh yeah, that can happen. Alrighty, we switch back to the... not Wonderwand, Wizard Wand. And then we start using spells to actually hit him. How much does Blind Blast do? 1,000. And then it introduced the slip status too. Not too bad. Probably not good enough. Guard off reduces his soft defense in half. Which means it's not evasion, it's just defense is halved. Which is really nice. Hero 3. Yeah, the hit chance is really low on the front portion. On the back portion, it's not too bad to hit it. Because I think using Guard Off actually is worthwhile on this part. So we have a better chance of... well, so we deal a lot more magical damage here. Sorry about that. Wow. So also the physical portion in the front has only 50,000 HP, so killing it off would actually be reasonably quick. Either way, first order of operation this time around. We once again cast level 2 ults, kind of maybe try a random level 5 Doom, I guess. See whether it dies or not. In the back portion there. And then we go for the Grand Cross portion. Oh, by the way, the Grand Cross portion is also the one that dispels you once in a while as well. So getting rid of that would probably be kind of nice. White hole! Not enough MP. Haha. Oh. We have one more, actually 2 more arrow spell casts. I don't know how much HP he has left, but I think he just dropped below 10,000, considering he hasn't done anything in a while. Yeah, because whenever you drop him to a new phase transit or a phase, he will end up resetting his action bar. So he will need to charge up again until he can do something. The Grand Cross portion has actually also 75% magic evasion. So hitting it that quickly was pretty lucky. Oh, surprising. Whoa, you're putting more boards in the food box? I'm not sure that's a good choice. More needed a playmate, I guess so. Seems kind of dangerous to me. A bit unstable. Neo X-Death. Well, first of all, we need some more magic. Vacuum wave locked, good. Then, once again, we level 2 it. The thing is, if I immediately all level 5 Tomb, I'm not going to get what I want. We know that by now. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to Dark Shock the thing once, or try. Then I level 5 Tomb to see whether we hit the back portion. Since it is a multiple of 5, maybe now, who knows? Oh, alright, we did get lucky. Almost already. It's pretty close, quick. Nice. So we can use White Wind to heal. Which brings us to a reasonable HP total again. Next up, we go back to... We could try Flash, but the chance for Flash to hit is so low. We might as well try to hit Dark Shock on the front portion. Actually... what I could do instead is... I could equip the Darkness Bow briefly and hit the front portion and try to blind it that way. Normally Darkness Bow has a really good chance to hit. So let's do that real quick actually. Where is Darkness? I'm pretty sure I do have... yeah, I have bows equipped. Hit it. Alrighty. This in theory might blind him. Ha! It blinded him. Perfect. So we have a much better chance to not get hit by stuff anymore. It's really good. So we equip the Aegis Shield again and the Guardian Dagger, because there's no reason not to equip the Guardian Dagger while we are not actually using the weapon for anything else. Hit it. Holy. 7.25% chance to hit. I see. So within 10 attempts we should be able to hit it. No, not 10. Derp, 15. Haha, block the Almagest. Nice. Don't dispel me, please. Especially after I already inputted my command. Vacuum wave, miss. Oh, I think it doesn't... let's try it again. That was definitely a good choice to try and blind him, because he's not blinded. And blinding him by a bow is the most reliable way I have. Initially I thought, oh, but if I'm using the Genji shield, that doesn't matter, blinding the front portion. Well, I'm not using the Genji shield now, because I'm trying to get rid of the Grand Cross portion. Come on, you can do it. Flare? 800? 510, not too bad. Hit please. It's just one, not two. Two Dark Shocks and then we'll be dead. Oh, we definitely want to big card up again here. But then I guess White win as soon as Alma just tests. The laws of the physics are broken. Probably got really lucky in the first attempt trying to hit stuff. Ha! Good block. Oh, sweet, alrighty. One hit. We need one more. Now the chance is significantly increased. Oh, to about 15%, I guess. 15% sounds about right. Maybe 14. So hopefully this doesn't kill us, and if it doesn't, we probably should have enough time to defeat the Grand Cross portion right there. Okay. Ribbit. Ribbit. Good morning, Takase. How are you doing? How's it going? I hope you had a great day yesterday. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a relaxing and chill stream to sit in and be in, Takase TV is definitely a good choice for you. And highly recommend. He is also the record holder for... Hoarder? Sure. He hoards all the records. No, he holds all the record for Child of Light. I believe? Pretty sure. It's still lower. Yeah, but it was that. It's still basically double from what it was before. There we go, alrighty. Now we can remove the Grand Cross portion. Ow, Vacuum Wave actually hits. Don't dispel me now, please. That would be awkward. Goodbye. Okay, next up. I think we start working on the physical portion, just trying to remove it. Flare? Well, I guess we are going to use an elixir again, unless I manage to heal myself before Almagest. Or we block it, that works too for me. Not the face! Yes, the face. So, alrighty. The Almagest portion is level 67, so we can't do anything fancy with that. But we can just straight up try to kill this. Oh, I probably want to switch to the Wonder Rod this time around. So he only has about 50,000 HP on this portion. Quote unquote only. Still a bunch to go through. Wait, that's the... There it is. I have my weapon switched. Press it rod. Arrow 3. Nice thing is I can just hold down the A button, which makes it really nice and easy. So, the reason why I'm going to be doing this like that, the way I'm doing it, is Almagest is not really much of an issue most of the time. It's very predictable when it comes. I know exactly how much HP I need to have to even survive at this spell Almagest. And the only other threat is the physical portion here. So I'm just going to remove it by dealing damage to it. Once that is removed, we need to start being a little bit more careful, but not too much. So for anyone who does not know, by the way, if you have only one portion left of Neo X-Death and you killed off the other three, the last portion, or part for that matter, will go into a desperation mode. What that means is essentially it will start casting all sorts of craziness, like Meteor, Almagest without announcement, vacuum waves all the time, basically everything that was a threat initially, nice block, will be cast by that last portion. It doesn't matter which portion is left over, it will still cast Almagest, Meteor, vacuum wave, Almagest. It also is about 3 times as fast, I don't know. It's really crazy, and you need to be really careful about it. However, if we run that last portion out of magic, it will not be able to do those kinds of shenanigans to us. And we can just do that. And thanks to the last portion in the back being already level 1, it is significantly easier for us to hit the portion in the back with the hammer in order to, well, reduce its magic points. Speaking of that, there we go, that's what I wanted. I'm going to give the back portion here now an ether, and that will reduce its magic points currently from about 30,000 or so down to 10,000. So it will start using up its magic points. To be fair, right now that would not be a whole lot of magic points used up, but made something. It can Grand Cross without announcement as well. Oh really? I did not know that. Grand Cross does not cost any magic, does it? I know Almagas cost MP, but Grand Cross I don't think costs any MP. Holy! Is it just me, or did the last portion there in the back start lasting a bit quicker now? Just making sure I'm topped off before the Grand Cross hits. Almagest. Bam. White Wind back up. And we continue bombarding the front portion with Era 3, that is, or Eraga. Depends on translation, I guess. It can't Grand Cross? Yeah, I was actually just looking up one of the portions, and I figured maybe another portion would be able to cast Grand Cross. Fair enough. So I cannot cast Grand Cross on its own volition. Only Media, quote-unquote only. Almagest. Maelstrom as well, apparently. But it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Maybe I will want to... No, never mind. Once it's out of magic, I'm just going to equip the Genji shield, and the physical attacks are never even going to hit me. There will be literally no way for it to actually hit me in the end. Because it's out of magic for magic spells, and the physical portion I evade 100% thanks to being small. I think the front portion here should be dead soon. The Grand portion appears to be able to continue using Grand Cross every 4 turns, even if in desperation mode. I see. Alrighty. Dispel just before Almagest. That's kind of rude. Thankfully we will not have to deal with much Dispel anymore soon. Or at least less, I guess. I don't know whether the other parts can cast Dispel as well. I just know that the front portion casts Dispel every 3rd turn or so. That front portion should be dead very, very soon. Magic Potion probably can also cast Dispel. That would make sense. Ow. Oh, come on. But that was definitely a Dispel from the front. Or, I guess Almagest. No, I don't think Almagest can actually Dispel. At least not according to the script. Let's see. I need to get something to drink. But not now, I guess. There we go. Alright, a physical portion done. We only have 2 portions left. And now we start hitting the back. It's the magic hammers. I'm trying anyways. Okay. Apparently something is still dispelling me. Pretty sure it's the magic potion. But soon it will not have enough magic to do so anymore. Nice block, good job. Okay. Well then. let the magic reduction begin. By the way, this is one of my favorite things to do. I just love completely obliterating a boss to the point where there's no possible way for me to lose anymore once I have my setup. That's just kind of what I like doing. Right now there is still a minor chance, if the stars align for the boss, for him to defeat me, but the chance gets smaller and smaller by the minute. Magic Potion has a 33% chance to cast this spell on the second and fourth turns. I see, that is actually quite a bit. Also, it still naturally has the Magic Evasion, which reduces my chance to hit by a good chunk, even though it is level 1 at the back there. Oopsie, don't Magic Hammer that. Nice 3. So, for reference, the magic evasion of the back portion is actually only 66%. So that means, I guess 33% of the time I should be able to hit it. Which is reasonably good odds. Because I'm now 47 levels higher. I don't know the base chance for Magic Hammer to hit though. Holy, you miss. Almagest. You don't do too much. Come on. I guess it's kind of unusual leaving the Almagest portion at the magic portion alive, considering how you normally deal with stuff. Almagest often is an extreme danger for a lot of Job Fiesta parties, just purely based on it. You cannot reasonably heal through 1400 or 1500 damage on all your characters most of the time, because most of the time your characters are not even having that much HP total. In this case, well, I do. So it's really not much of an issue. It's just kind of like a minor nuisance along the way, which can even be blocked sometimes. This spell, I would dare to say, is pretty much more of a nuisance, interesting enough. So, let's keep magic hammering it. Bonk. Something hit me with a physical attack there. Or tried anyways, that's kind of strange. Oh my god, got blocked. How convenient. Come on. About 1000 magic points left. Please hit it already. The magic. Oopsie. Only costs a fair bit of MP, but trying to wait until it is out of MP at this point would still take quite a while here. Fun fact, it's actually possible to just have a Bard here and hide. Hide and wait until all the potions are out of magic, which takes about 1.5 literal days. So I don't necessarily recommend doing that. I guess it's a thing that you could do if you really wanted to. Oh my gosh. Boom. Alrighty. A nice 3 on top of it. Might as well use an elixir at this point, because he has still 10 elixirs left. That is more than enough. That hiding strategy is pretty spoony. Spoony the bot! Yep. Unless you just kind of, for some reason, know you need to go for 2 days. You can set it up beforehand before you go, and then just do that for 2 days, I guess. I mean, if you do a solo character challenge with the bard only, that might be your best bet anyways. Although, to be honest, the bard probably is actually one of those characters who does really well against the final boss, assuming you run the first portion out of magic first, and then you start powering up your character with all the power songs up to level 255 and all that jazz. Come on. Really not that low of a chance to hit. Let's see. What is the name of the magic hammer? MGC hammer. Oh, there we go. Oh well, it's out of magic very, very soon. About 3 or so more punks, and there we go. Fire 3. At that point, I'm actually wondering whether it's faster for me to try and sword dance, mystic waltz the rest away. That could be interesting, I guess. Ouch. Alright. More white wings here. Nice, alrighty. 114 magic left for him. Hero 3, 114 minus 24 is 90 MP left. Okay, 45 left. One more, and then we start. Oh, nice. 23 MP left, I guess. Or 22? Not sure. Oh, muscle memory. To be fair, I don't know how much the other spells cost, so might be just easier to remove all of his magic. Yeah, actually let's lose the dancing dagger here. It's a 1 in 8 chance to hit Mystery Waltz, which is the dance you don't normally want to hit most of the time, but in our case we do. Give me Mystery Waltz. No, not a sword dance, that's silly. Doesn't even do any damage. Flare, not enough MP, who would have guessed? Sword, come on. Sword dance 2 times in a row, that's the wrong spell. Or the wrong spell, the wrong thing. Then a 50-50 of not getting a dance in the first place. It's a 50-50 whether you get any dance or not. Oh, he just used Holy. That might have been actually all his MP. Ha! He had 3 left. Now he has 0. Alrighty. Time to start working on that front portion. The way we do this is just kind of like the previous one. We just use arrow. until he is defeated. So that's about 5,000. Seven and a half. Of course, armor chest we still will need to heal up eventually. That is 10,000. Well, 13. Maybe. Let's say 12 and a half. This spell, not enough MP. Haha. So that's about 15, which means he has about 40,000 HP left. Before I forget about it, I'm going to go ahead and equip the Genji shield. So it's actually, I guess, still possible for him to hit me with physical attacks eventually, but I just equipped the Genji shield so we are safe from the vacuum waves that will eventually come. We don't have a chance for evading Almajas anymore, but I think that's okay. That happens infrequent enough and we just use one right wind and it's all easy. And we basically win. So, alrighty. I'm going to put my laptop onto my A button here. Then get something to drink real quick. Just confirming whether it works or not. Ooh, oh my gosh. Alrighty, be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry for not muting, but that would have meant I would need to click outside the window, which would be less than ideal right now. So, I have not kept track though, of course. Probably should heal up before Almagas hits. That way White Wind heals for a bit more. On the other hand, if I were to kill it right now, that would be even more convenient. But I don't actually know that. Only danger in the Desperation is the can vacuum attack and cast Maelstrom. Yeah, I mean, the vacuum wave has a chance of 1% to hit, because I have the 100% evasion thing. So that's not a terribly great chance for him to hit me. And he needs to hit basically Maelstrom before it, otherwise I will... So I simply heal it up. So just a few more attacks and the Almagas portion should be just completely dead. Delta attack. Not enough MP. Haha. There we go. Alrighty, no more Almagas for you, good sir. So now he's going to try and go completely crazy, but before I start attacking him, I'm using... Oh, not Big Guard. I went to use Guard off. So I would deal more damage with my spells. Meteor! Vacuum Wave! I mean, I can make it even more unlikely that he hits me by using Flash on top of it. Because now he is blinded on top of that. Poor guy. Guard off, there it is. That's what I wanted. Guard off will reduce his actual defense by half. Defense down! And we basically hold the A button to win now. So that potion on the back there has 60,000 HP. That means we need to cast 4 times 6, 24 arrows 3. Is number 2. Maybe a little bit less if we get higher damage rolls. Media, Almagest! Sure, 3, 4. 5. I wonder whether Odin would work in this situation, as in the summon Odin, not the lamp. Yes, technically the back portion there is susceptible to instant death. If it is susceptible to instant death, could you just use a... Oh wow, it actually hit Maelstrom. Interesting. And greetings for some, yes indeed, we are killing some net, indeed. It actually hit that. Impressive. Got rid of the bone meal? Yes indeed, because now we can heal. I mean, the thing is, the chance to proc stuff is apparently severely reduced if you're minute. So even if I were to try and use the... or to hit proc stuff more specifically, it really reduced. So even if I were to use a assassin dagger now, I don't think it would actually hit. Yes, Folsom, it will, because there are 3 other portions that are not instantly dying. But the question is, if the magic portion is the last one alive, would it use that? Because this is currently the magic portion only being alive here. Which we are kind of working on destroying right now. Media! Maelstrom! Oh no! Let me just use one of my elixirs that I still have left over. They are dummy potions immune to death, so that is a really good point. I think that sounds about right, yes. Pretty sure you're correct. The question still stands whether the assassin dagger would actually be able to hit that portion on the back there, though. Yeah, right. I actually forgot about the dummy potions, that's true. Yes, I ran him out of magic. Because now it's the last portion left, but it's trying to cast Almagest, Media! It doesn't work. Only Maelstrom can still be cast. Technically the only way for him to kill me is to use Maelstrom and then hit a physical attack. But... oh boy, we got it. 19 hours. But basically the last portion back there was blinded on top of everything else. So it is kind of unlikely for him to hit me. I had a Genji shield with being mini, so that's 99% evasion for physical attacks. Then he was blinded on top of it. No. It's GG. Thank you, I appreciate that. GG. You've had this game for over a year and still never played it. Time to change that. Well, I dare to say, indeed. If you are maybe a bit overwhelmed by the amount of choices in character classes and jobs you have and you don't feel like grinding a lot, the 4 Job Fiesta is actually a really good method of playing through this game. I can highly recommend that. My first playthrough was with the 4 Job Fiesta. Actually, to be more specific, I never even played through this game the normal way. Also, somehow those text things just disappear. I have no idea why that even happens. Maybe because 3 of the characters were dead? Gotta get that Shinryu and Omega in. So yeah, speaking of Shinryu, I actually need to tweet my victory here. For both Shinryu and also that thing. So, where? Internet, come on. This was on my secondary Twitter account, so I need to use a different thing here. Tweet commands. Victory, Shinryu. Aha! I just removed my thing from the clipboard, so I don't have a screenshot anymore. Good job! Oopsie. One downside on the laptop here is I can't take a screenshot of specific windows. I have to take screenshots of the entire desktop, so to speak, because the button combination just doesn't work, so to speak, on the laptop here. Alright, this should be fine. Not fine? Whatever. Job Fiesta 2017. Shinryu. Oh, that's right. That would not work either way, because that's the wrong thing. There we go. Final Fantasy 5. Where is it? So that was my second Job Fiesta for this year. The third one will be a narrated Job Fiesta. I'm not sure how quickly I'm going to start that. I will want to probably start to attend to other projects and things aside from just Job Fiestas. Although I really like the Job Fiesta thingies. So yeah, that's that. So, Shinryu is defeated. And now I need to go ahead and get a screenshot from this one. There was old text that I already scrolled past was scrolling again before disappearing. Looks like a bug. Weird. I put in clip so we can screenshot it again. Oh, from... Thank you, Mr. Moogle, I appreciate that. That is actually really handy. I thought you were initially talking about the Shinryu portion, but this is very convenient. Indeed, I can just scream cap that like I did the previous one. Okay, okay. Safe. Victory. Death. Okay, okay. Beat that over too. And we have this thing complete. Just needs to get verified. By the way, there's no benefit in getting it verified or not verified. You're free to do whatever you want to do there. But it just kind of looks a bit nicer on the page where you have, well, victory pictures there, which is really awesome. Alrighty. Tell me, as long as you can screenshot the 100 ABP message, you're good to go, cause those are the only fights with the bad Braxton that gives the 100 ABP. Interesting. Don't have to be that quick on the screenshot trigger. Fair enough. Or maybe screenshotting the Ragnarok on whether item Omega drops. The thing is, Ragnarok could be any character party composition, I guess, although it's basically based on the honor system anyway, since it is really easy to just go ahead and... well, just take any screenshot there and get it verified. Income pure chaos with Job. I'm actually contemplating what setup I am going to go with for my narrated playthrough. It's probably going to be pure chaos. With Job? Might as well. Stupid white mage start again. Aww. I mean, it's just slow, it's not difficult. Wait, even with pure chaos you get a white mage? Wow. That's very impressive. I just enjoy this music, it's so nice. Oh, ding dong. So, for anyone who does not know, there are various different modes of Job Fiestas, whichever one you want to play. The standard one is just normal, you just register. And what that means is you will get one crystal job from each of the crystals. Wind crystal jobs are white mage, blue mage, knight, monk, black mage, and I think that's it. I think there's 6 total. I should look out of them. Either way, from each of the crystals, you get only one of the crystal assigned jobs. If you go with natural, it's actually a bit more extreme in that one. And natural, you will have exactly one character with one of the jobs. And that's it. You cannot switch out the jobs between the other characters, I think. Wait, was that natural? I think that was natural. Yes, basically only the wind crystal jobs can be used by bots because he's wind crystal, and the fire crystal job can only be used by fairies because she's fire, and water is only Lena because she's water. Galof can only use Earth because he's Earth. That's the idea. Then for Classic, you will only get assigned one of the jobs that was in the first Final Fantasy. Which means in the first Final Fantasy you had the choice to get a fighter, which is basically the knight. You had the choice to get a monk, which the monk is the monk. You had a red mage, which is the only crystal that, or the only job you would unlock only a bit later with the classic job set, because the red mage in this game is from the water crystal, which is the second crystal. Then we have white mage and black mage. Those are the only ones. Technically there's a ninja in Final Fantasy 1, but that is a upgraded class, so you can't get a ninja from the classic rule set. So there's that. Other than that, there is random, where you can get one one of the jobs from all the crystals you have unlocked so far, which means from wind you can only get wind crystals, from water you can get wind and water crystal jobs, from fire you can get wind, water and fire crystal jobs, and from earth you get wind, water, fire and earth crystal jobs. So in a sense, the earth crystal jobs are going to be the rarest one to get in such a kind of run. That is random. And then there's chaos. Chaos does not care whether you have access to those jobs or not. So you can get from the get-go a earth crystal job, which means you will be freelancer until the water crystal, and then if the water crystal job is still something you cannot use, you will be freelancer until the fire crystal, etc. So essentially you have to assume the job that you get from the water crystal. If you get a water crystal job or a wind crystal job with all your characters as soon as it's unlocked. That does not mean you can stay with one character to be a freelancer. You have to change everybody into the available jobs. So that means if you are playing Chaos, you don't get a wind crystal job and only, let's say, you get a fire crystal job like a Beastmaster as a first thing, and then you get a Berserker. That means you will have to quad Berserker your way all the way to the fire crystal job, or even worse, to the earth crystal job. That can happen too. So yeah. Also, I believe in Chaos you can get multiple of the same job classes, if I'm not mistaken. Pure Chaos is kind of an extension of that, where you can on top of that gain the job classes of Mime and Freelancer. Freelancer is actually really good once you have mastered a bunch of jobs, because the Freelancer gains the base stats powers from the individual classes you have mastered on that specific character. Like from the Berserker he would get a ton of strength, from a thief he would gain a ton of agility, and from, well, those he could actually choose 2 abilities to equip on the Freelancer. On regular jobs you can only equip 1 other ability from another class. On Freelancer you can equip 2. On Mime it is kind of a similar thing, except that you can equip 3 abilities, which means a Mime cannot naturally use items. He only has... Actually, is it items or does he not have a fight command? Either way, you can equip 3 things. Mime, however, you would only unlock once you are in the 3rd world and go into an optional side area. So that means if you get a Mime, you will have 3 jobs for a very long time still. But yeah, there's that. I don't think I've missed anything. Oh yeah, I guess maybe something a little bit I missed is you can add additional modifiers to your thingies. If you register before the Job Fiesta season starts, you can go ahead and get input Berserker risk, which means there are an amount of Berserkers to be distributed among all players that have chosen Berserker risk. And that amount is based on how much donation or how much money donations there were before the event started, or last year or something like that. Either way, that means you usually get at least No, you always get at least one Berserker. Usually 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 4. So that's kind of the risk of that. Since Berserkers can be really crazy. Oh, I actually missed one. There is also now the popular run, excuse me. Players will be assigned jobs weighted towards the more popular jobs as voted during the spring voting session. So that's just kind of whatever was popular during the spring voting session. I actually have no idea what that means. To me, it might as well be random. I guess it is, however, going to be only one job per crystal then, since that is how the voting works. So, there's various modifiers, like upgrade. If you choose an upgrade, that means you have you're going to have, let's say, a wind crystal job, white mage, and then once you upgrade, you will no longer have access to the white mage, but I think you have the abilities from the white mage available to you that you have learned so far, and then you upgrade to, I don't know, a red mage, and then you have the abilities from the red mage. I actually don't know when exactly you will be able to get your next one. So it reads here, upgrade can be added to any non-natural run. To do so, either tweet #upgrade to Gilgobot after registering or include it in your registration tweet. What this means is that you intend on playing with these extra rules in mind. You will only use your wind job until you unlock your water job, water until you unlock fire, and then fire until you unlock earth. Then, once you unlock your earth job will be the job used until the end of the game. Any abilities learned from the previous jobs may be used. Of course, we here at the Fiesta do not want to force upgrades on our users, so you may tweet for your next crystal job when you are ready to upgrade. So basically, that kind of means you can get your next job whenever you want on a baseline, which does make sense, since if you have your wind crystal job only until the earth, water crystal specifically, that would be a really short section. Because I'm pretty sure I kind of have a bit of a faulty ROM here. I don't think those animations or those sprites look quite right. You choose when you upgrade. Thank you, Folsom. Some people did do 5th job / Circ risk, and healers had their lone berserker removed from them. Wow. Interesting. I did not know that could be a thing. So yeah, and 5th job is also a thing now. That's basically an addition where once Kara joins your party and Galov basically dies, she will have her own job, which I was supposed to have during this run. I kind of forgot about it. I ended up getting an even more overpowered class than the samurai with the chemist. So, oh well. I actually did not even end up using the samurai at the end there. I could have actually gone with a chemist, because the chemist can actually solo Omega. That's possible, because thanks to having various mixes that make that reasonable-ish. So that could be a thing, I guess. Because as a chemist you can increase your level to 255, which means you will deal pretty insane amount of damage overall if you hit. But that also means your chance to actually land, let's say, a Dark Shock would be significantly increased. But I'm not sure you would want to even land a Dark Shock at that point anymore, or whether that even matters. Oh. So, there's that. You choose when to upgrade. Maybe I'm going to do an upgrade run. So, do you just upgrade to Kara's job from your Earth job? And you then don't have Galov's Earth job available anymore, I take it? Which would be kind of awkward, because that would basically mean halfway through the second world you don't have the job anymore that you only got recently. So you might as well not bother using it. You can't upgrade plus 5th job, only 1 merit modifier. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes more sense. Kara, normal, 1 level, 35 HP, 3 MP, 0 EXP. Of course she has no experience fighting, because she's just a little kid and inherited everything from her grandfather. Ferris. She has a little bit of experience because she used to be a pirate. Pirates aren't terribly strong, but it's something, I guess. 54 HP, 14 MP, and 50 experience. Oh, yeah, I'll guess she... Everybody learned Sword Slap. Just because I used my little samurais against the Minotaur in the Fork Tower. So yeah, I guess I'm going to go with Pure Chaos and upgrade. Actually, Pure Chaos and upgrade might be super annoying, because potentially if I get an Earth Chop as my first chop, then I will have to play all the way until the Earth Chop with just freelancers. And then I can finally change it up. That might be kind of boring actually. Maybe random is better for that. So random upgrade it could be. Lena, as the princess, of course, she doesn't have any fighting experience either. She's level 30, level 1, 35 HP, 3 MP, 0 experience. Although the 0 experience is not exactly true, they did defeat the Minotaur together after all. To be fair, they just kind of threw money at it until it went away. So I guess you can throw money at your problems to make them go away. And here we have Batman, the level 46 Blue Mage. So I deliberately did not use much skill toss, just because it would just simplify so much. On top of also costing a ton of money, but it would just have trivialized so many things. And I didn't necessarily want to do that, but I wanted to kind of showcase how broken Samurai is, even without guild toss, thanks to that pretty ridiculous ability to... By the way, we were about 1000 HP experience from a level up away, whoops. Just to showcase how broken it is to also be able to completely destroy enemies in one sweep. At least if they are not immune to instant death. Call of Cryl was 7 for me, everyone else was base level. My job choice didn't let me do level 1 kill. I see, that makes sense. And we have arrived at the end. So, ladies and gentlemen, it took us basically only 19 hours to get through this with a solo character, under restrictions and a bit of derping on my end. Well, most of the time only really using 2 jobs. The Berserker had its spotlight in one fight where I've just figured, why not? Since it made it a bit easier on myself. And then Ranger was actually reasonably useful, especially towards the end, thanks to being able to blind enemies. And yeah, there's that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the end of the 4th Job Fiesta. So, well, thank you very much for listening, for watching, for lurking, for being around. I appreciate that. I hope you had a good time, and well, hopefully until next time, take care everybody. And also, let's see, I think